Good morning, everyone. Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. U.S. Senators Jon Tester and Cynthia Lummis are leading efforts to lower costs for family farmers and small businesses. The bipartisan movement is coming through legislation on the nation's capital called Family Farm and Small Business Exemption Act. It would take into account the unique business models of farms as students apply for financial aid. More specifically, the bill would restore exemptions for family farmland from being declared as an asset on the FAFSA form, saving the children on farms, or farmers that is, from being denied sufficient aid in the application and financial aid calculation. Montana Farmers Union and Montana Farm Bureau Federation applauded the move. Well, the Montana Woolgrowers Association and the sheep industry in general is mourning the loss of a former MWGA president. Lawrence Capra of Boys, who did pass away last week at the age of 94, with a service coming up this Saturday. Capra led the Montana Ram sale for 29 years and is also the past president of the National Targhee Sheep Association. A 4-H endowment fund has been set up in his name, with the details available on our website. Well, the latest crop progress report from the USDA showed how far behind the planting is. For the Treasury State, they saw that the progress is not terribly far behind the 5-year pace, especially if you compare to the suitable working days in the field. Even better in the news is the weekly update of the subsoil moistures, up 60% from year-ago levels. Well, that's all for our Ag News, but I'm Andy Schwab. Join me an hour with the markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought. There always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. But it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Welcome back, friends, to your Ag News and your markets. Once again, Billings Livestock set a new record for a high-selling loose horse this past weekend. A stout buckskin gelding sold for nearly $12,000 and continues a 2-year run of higher prices. Jan Parker, BLS horse sale manager, told me the demand is high for those prospect horses.
I couldn't tell you a time when 85 horses out of 230 brought 2,000 or better loose. No rider, no speech, as is, where is, how is. It just shows you the strength of that loose market and that there is such demand for a ride horse. I mean, even if it's not in our rough country where they can take them somewhere else and change them, shape them up, and sell them again.
BLS will hold their next horse sale over Memorial Day weekend. Well, last week's total negotiated cash cattle purchases fell just shy of 74,000 head, and 82% of them actually committed for the nearby delivery. That's certainly something that could help out the sales this week. Now, despite the cold cows seeing the high head counts at local auction barns, Faith Livestock saw a decent test of feeder cattle. For the 5-weight steer, they gathered the bids of about $1,500 a head. Lean hogs also struggled on the board yesterday as cash values do hold a discount to the nearby contract. And winter wheat led the way lower yesterday as traders ignored the latest crop progress report over the weather predictions. Spring wheat also did not receive any love despite planting delays. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.